Mark, what are the challenges facing broadcast audio, particularly when it comes to the transitions to IP and the cloud?
Well, I think we passed the early adopters phase, definitely, and COVID has certainly accelerated the switch. The challenges are still pretty much as they were, though, at the beginning. I think companies thinking to move into IP now really have to understand the cost implications, because that is a big change. Mm-hmm. They also, the transition is an interesting one. We're speaking to some customers at the moment who wanted to move into the IP world but maintain services. So that's a tricky thing for people to handle, both across audio and video. Mm-hmm. And then thirdly, it's having the correct expertise and so on within the organisation. So at that point, the choice of vendor really does become important in that respect. One of the things that's become key is the remote collaboration. The REMI and at-home kind of workflows that have been around for a little while now, still very, very relevant. But what's happened recently is that instead of focusing the talent and the resources at HQ, that can be distributed now in people's homes and other locations. So that lends itself to IP communications quite a bit. So that's one of the areas that we've been looking at as well. If you look at the sort of infrastructures available for people to do that now, VPNs are fine, but you can even use internet. And if you have things like sort of HTML-enabled processors, like the Studer Micro, for example, you can actually dial in and get control from a remote location for the on-site processing. So those kind of things are good. And on a bigger scale, we're looking at using Evertz View products within Magnum OS to actually control the Vista consoles as well. So these kind of things are becoming there. So it's giving the separation between the processing and the talent to allow us to look at proper workflows over IP. With respect to cloud, that is the audio challenges there still haven't been properly addressed, but I think that's the biggest opportunity that we have right now. Evertz have been very focused on this for a number of years. The Evertz Bravo production suite is now cloud-based, and the Evertz I/O is actually a SaaS-based broadcast service. So they are doing that within the cloud right now. Evertz will help Studer look into the cloud-based solutions as well. And within Bravo Studio, we have some Studer technology built into it, like our Vista Mix, multi-microphone mixing is all already there. So it's a big step to go, but we're definitely focused on that kind of area.
Excellent. As an end-to-end cloud production workflow, talk us through this and the benefits it offers to content creators.
So I think being a sort of broadcast infrastructure manufacturer, which is what Evertz is really, we have very deep knowledge and expertise across audio and video. So that really puts us in a good position when customers selecting a vendor. Those kind of details are really important, I believe, going forward. Evertz have had in the SDVN. Evertz's SDVN environment has been addressing this for a number of years now, and prior to the Studer acquisition, they had all the elements of the broadcast chain: acquisition, network, compression, multi-viewing, playout, everything together. Now, the acquisition of Studer has really brought in the audio part of that to complete the workflow, which is a very good position to be in now.
Okay, and Studer technology is now a key part of Evertz, as you say. Can you share any future developments there?
Yeah, it's been a very, very intense last 19 months or so since the acquisition in February 21. We spent most of 21 moving production facilities, establishing supply chains, eventually leading to us building and delivering our first console in December last year. So we've been delivering consoles now for 11 months, 12 months. On the roadmap side of things, we really have now been able to put a roadmap together that meets the broadcasters' needs going forward for the future as well. The most recent thing that we've done is just brought a brand new Infinity core to the marketplace. This is, I think, the fourth generation of it, but it's the first time it's a fully COTS server. So this is the COTS server processing that we're using, the FPGAs on board we're using, and this is a product that has been used across Evertz live media node products. So it's in keeping with the whole Evertz sort of vision for cloud and COTS-based solutions. So that's just been released. So that gives us, for the very first time, ST211030 direct into a Studer-Vista core, which is great. But it can also combine baseband and IP. So for those guys doing the transition, they have opportunity to take it in stages going forward, which I think is great.
Yeah.
And on the other, another major thing that we're doing is bringing the Vista into the Magnum OS environment, and that allows us then to have Vista in View, as we call it. So View is the control touchscreen capability within the Magnum OS world. We are now bringing Studer under that, and we showed the first widget at IBC, where we had bidirectional control, fader control, mutes, PFLs and that kind of thing. And once we get more and more into this and have more control, that's going to open up workflows and flexibility for our customers, some of which we're talking to them now about these, but that's going to be quite a journey going forward with that aspect of the business.
Brilliant, that's great. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, thank you.